Hello students, good morning. Welcome back to Crash King online class. In today's session, we are going to discuss about one of the new topic that is about criteria for similarity of triangles. Okay, criteria for similarity of triangles. Okay, see there are three criteria actually, that is AAA criteria or angle criteria, as well as SAS criteria, side angle criteria, also SSS criteria, side criteria for the similarity of triangles. Okay, yes. So first we'll discuss about the angle criteria, that is AAA criteria. Okay, yes. So angle criteria for similarity of two triangles. Okay, see here, among these three criteria, the proof of angle AAA criteria is important. Understood, no? Among these three criteria, AAA criteria important. Proof, this is a proof. Okay, theorem, we'll call it as theorem. This is important, 4 marks theorem. Okay, yes. Next, remaining two criteria, just you remember the statement enough. Okay, yes. So theorem, okay, if in two triangles corresponding angles are equal, then their corresponding sides are in the same ratio and hence the two triangles are similar. Okay, yes. So this is a statement. Okay, statement also important. You should remember this statement also. Sometime they will ask state and prove AAA criteria for similarity of a triangle. Just they will give. Okay, 4 marks or 5 marks. Okay, so therefore you remember this statement also. Statement with the proof important. Okay, yes. So now we'll prove this theorem. Okay, AAA criteria. Okay, so this statement is known as AAA criteria for similarity of triangles. Okay, yes. So now, okay, so first, two triangles given. This is triangle ABC and triangle DEF. Okay, yes. So first I'll write given. Okay, given in triangle ABC and triangle DEF. Okay, see, among these two triangles, its corresponding angles are equal. This is already given in the statement. Understood, no? Okay, which are the corresponding angles here? For the angle A, which is your corresponding angle? Your corresponding angle is D. Okay, so angle A equal to angle D, comma, again for the angle B, which is your corresponding angle, your corresponding angle is angle E. Okay, so angle B equal to angle E, comma, again for the angle C, which is your corresponding angle, your corresponding angle is angle F. Okay, so angle C equal to angle F. Okay, this is what they have given in the statement. Okay, among these two triangle ABC and triangle DEF, corresponding angles are equal, means angle A equal to angle D, angle B equal to angle E, angle C equal to angle F. Okay, yes. So next, to prove. Okay, so what we have to prove here? To prove. Okay, so what we have to prove? According to this statement, you have to prove these two triangles are similar. Okay, to prove triangle ABC similar. What is a symbol for similar? This is a symbol for similar to triangle DEF. Okay, this is what we have to prove. Okay, these two triangles are similar. Okay, two triangles are similar, that is nothing but what we have to prove, that is its corresponding sides are in the same ratio. Okay, to prove. Okay, corresponding angles are equal already given, but according to this statement, if the corresponding angles are equal, then their corresponding sides are in the same ratio. This is what we have to prove. Okay, if their corresponding sides are in the same ratio, then automatically the two triangles are similar. Okay, yes, so therefore what we have to prove, that is corresponding sides are in the same ratio. Means how to represent it? First, for the side AB, what is your corresponding side here? Your corresponding side is DE, that is AB by DE equal to, once again, for the side BC, what is your corresponding side? Your corresponding side is EF. Okay, BC by EF equal to, once again, for the side AC, what is your corresponding side? Your corresponding side is DF. Okay, so AC by DF. Okay, so this is what you have to prove. Okay, corresponding sides are in the same ratio, means AB by DE equal to BC by EF equal to AC by DF. Okay, yes. Next, to prove this theorem, we have to take some construction. Okay, so what is that construction? So next step I'll consider construction. Okay, yes, construction. Okay, yes. So what construction I'll do? I will locate 2 points. I will locate 2 points, that is P and Q. Okay, I will locate 2 points, that is point P on the side DE and point Q on the side DF. Okay, yes, I'll take locate 2 points P and Q on the side. Point P is on which side? DE. And point Q on which side? DF, respectively. Such that, in which way we have to consider these 2 points? Such that the length of DP must be equal to length of AB. Also, the length of DQ must be equal to length of AC. Okay, such that DP equal to AB and the length of DP must be equal to length of AB and length of DQ and DQ must be equal to AC. Okay, and join PQ. I will represent it by dotted line so that you can easily make out this is a construction. Okay, so which is a dotted line, that is your construction. Understood now? Okay, see now once again I'll explain this, what you have to construct here. Okay, locate 2 points. I will locate 2 points, that is point P and point Q on the side DE and DF. Okay, point P on the side DE as well as point Q on the side DF, such that DP equal to AB. Okay, the length of DP must be equal to length of AB. Okay, suppose the length of AB is X, then what about the length of DP? DP is also X. Okay, next DQ is equal to AC. Okay, suppose the length of DQ is Y, then length of AC is also equal to Y. Understood now? Okay, length of AB must be equal to length of DP as well as length of AC must be equal to length of DQ, and join PQ, then join PQ. Okay, yes. So now proof part. We'll move towards the proof part. Okay. Now proof part. Okay, yes. So now I will consider these two triangles, okay, triangle ABC, okay, in triangle ABC and triangle DPQ, okay, triangle DPQ, okay, yes. So I will consider these two triangles. So what you have to do now? You have to prove these two triangles are congruent. Okay, so first you have to prove these two triangles are congruent. Okay, so how to prove these two triangles are congruent? Any three criteria must be equal, isn't it? Okay, so which are those? See, can you observe here among these two triangles, the length of AB equal to length of DP? Yes, so I'll write here AB equal to DP. What is the reason? This is by construction. Okay, this is by construction. After the construction we'll get the length of AB equal to length of DP. Okay, also can you observe here angle A is equal to angle D? This is already given. Angle A is equal to angle D, isn't it? Okay, I'll use that concept here. Angle A equal to angle D, reason given. This is already given. Okay, yes. Next, another one, which is another point. Can you observe here the length of AC equal to length of DQ? Yes, so AC equal to DQ, AC equal to DQ. Okay, what is the reason? This is by construction. Okay, after the construction we'll get these two sides are equal. Okay, this is by construction. Okay, now by using these three, can you say these two triangles are congruent? Yes, so which criteria you will, which congruent rule you will use here? Side, angle, side, isn't it? SAS congruency rule. Okay, so therefore triangle ABC is congruent to, this is a symbol for congruent to triangle DPQ. Okay, DPQ. Okay, what is the reason? By using SAS congruency rule. Okay, by using SAS congruency rule, you can say that these two triangles are congruent. Okay, yes. So now, after proving the congruency of two triangles, can I say its corresponding angles are equal? Yes, corresponding part of the congruent triangle, isn't it? Okay, so now we proved that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DPQ. So therefore, can I say angle B is equal to angle P? Yes, so therefore angle B equal to angle P. See, ABC is congruent to DPQ, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DPQ. So after proving the congruency of any two triangles, we can say that its corresponding angles are equal, isn't it? So therefore, for the angle B, angle P is your corresponding angle. So therefore, can I say angle B equal to angle P? Okay, so I will consider it as equation number 1. What is the reason? CPCT, corresponding part of the congruent triangle, isn't it? Okay, so now but we know that angle B is equal to angle E, isn't it? But angle B is equal to angle E. But angle B is equal to angle E. What is the reason? This is already given. This is already given in the question, isn't it? What they have given here, angle B is equal to angle E. This is already given here, isn't it? Okay. So now compare equation 1 and equation number 2. Okay. By equation 1 and equation 2, your left hand side term is the same, isn't it? So therefore, can you say angle P is equal to angle E? angle P is equal to angle E. Yes, therefore angle P is equal to angle E. Okay, so till here understood, right? This is important. Okay, so next we'll continue this proof. Okay, so therefore we proved that angle P is equal to angle E, isn't it? Okay, so now just I'll give one small explanation. See here, PQ and EF, these are the two lines, isn't it? Okay, just I'll write here. See, point P I'll write here, point E I'll write here. Okay, next Q, this is Q, as well as this is F. Okay, so this is D, this is D, and this is E. Yes, so just look at here. See, PQ and EF, these are the two lines, isn't it? PQ is one, this is a line, as well as EF is also one of the line, this is also one line. Okay, can you observe here, DE is one of the transversal. Yes, transversal, this is your transversal. Okay, also we proved that angle P is equal to angle E, angle P is equal to angle E. Yes, just look at here, this is you already are studied in your 9th standard. Okay, PQ is one of the line, EF is also one of the line, DE is a transversal. Also you proved that angle P is equal to angle E. So can you observe here, angle P and angle E, these are the corresponding angles here. Yes, so therefore angle P is equal to angle E. That implies your corresponding angles are equal, isn't it? This is your corresponding angles, isn't it? Angle P and angle E, these are your corresponding angles. So therefore we proved that your corresponding angles are equal. Angle P is equal to angle E means these are the two corresponding angles. So we proved that corresponding angles are equal. If the corresponding angles are equal, then can I say these two lines are parallel? Yes, so therefore we can say that which are the two lines? Line PQ is parallel to the line EF. Okay, so therefore PQ is parallel to EF. Okay, reason understood, because P and E are the two corresponding angles here. Understood now? Okay, so corresponding angles here. So we proved that corresponding angles are equal. Okay, yes. So therefore we proved that PQ is parallel to EF. Okay, so PQ is parallel to EF. Okay, yes. So if you want, I'll write here. But these are corresponding angles. But these are corresponding angles. Okay, so we proved that corresponding angles are equal here. Okay, yes. So therefore we proved that PQ is parallel to EF. Okay, yes. So now consider your triangle DEF. Okay, yes. So in triangle DEF, we already proved that PQ is parallel to EF, isn't it? Okay, so we have PQ parallel to EF. Okay, isn't it? In triangle DEF we have PQ is parallel to EF. So therefore can I use Thales theorem here? Yes. So by Thales theorem, tell me, according to the Thales theorem, we can say that dP by PE, dP by PE equal to dQ by QF. Okay, dQ by QF. Understood now? Okay, in triangle DEF we already proved PQ is parallel to EF. So therefore I'll apply Thales theorem. So after the application of Thales theorem we can say that its sides are divided in the same ratio, means dP by PE equal to dQ by QF. Okay, so now what to do? Okay, so now I'll take reciprocation on the both side. Okay, you just remember these steps. Okay, step by steps. Okay, so take reciprocation on both side. Take reciprocation on both side. Okay, yes. So in the left hand side you have dP by PE. After taking reciprocation it will become ulta. What it will become? PE by dP. You will get PE by dP equal to dQ by QF you have. After taking reciprocation you will get QF by dQ. Okay, so QF by dQ. Okay, first step what you have to do, take reciprocation on the both side. Okay, dP by PE will become ulta. What it will become? PE by dP equal to dQ by QF ulta. What it will become? QF by dQ. Okay, so now what to do? So now I'll take add +1 on the both side. Add +1 on the both side. Okay, so what you have to do, I'll add +1 on the both side. Okay, so we'll continue that. Okay, so what is there in the left hand side? PE by dP. So here add +1 equal to right hand side QF by dQ. So here also add +1. Okay, yes. So now 1 means 1 by 1, isn't it? Here also 1 means 1 by 1. Okay, so in the left hand side take the LCM of dP and 1. Okay, what is the LCM of dP and 1? That is dP itself. Okay, so what you have to do here, multiply and divide by dP. Okay, so once again in the right hand side take LCM of dQ and 1. What is the LCM of dQ and 1? That is dQ itself. So therefore here multiply and divide by your dQ. Right? Okay, so dP 1 into dP, denominator term is the same, isn't it? So I'll write here dP. Okay, so what about the numerator? Your numerator will become PE plus 1 into dP is nothing but dP itself, right? Okay, equal to dQ 1 into dQ, same, so you will get dQ. What about your numerator? QF plus 1 into dQ is nothing but dQ itself, right? Okay, now just look at your diagram. PE plus dP plus dP. PE plus dP. If you add these two sides, then whether you will get full side. If you add PE plus DP, then whether you will get full side. What is your full side? Your full side is DE, isn't it? So then you will get DE by DP, write as it is, equal to QF plus DQ, half part, then whether you will get full part. If you add these two parts, then you will get QF. Okay, so this is about QF by DQ. Okay, so now what to do? So once again I'll take reciprocation on the both side. Okay, take reciprocation on both side. Okay, so take reciprocation on the both side. Okay, so what it will become? DE by DP. After taking reciprocation, what it will become? DE by DP ulta. What it will become? DP by DE equal to QF by DQ. After taking reciprocation, what it will become? DQ by QF. DQ by QF. Okay, yes. So now what to do? See here. DP you have, isn't it? But whether DP, the length of DP is nothing but length of AB, isn't it? By construction we proved that DP you have, but whether DP is nothing but AB. So therefore in the place of DP, can I replace this AB? Yes. So I will get AB. So AB by denominator same DE equal to, once again DQ you have, isn't it? So here you have DQ. So whether DQ is nothing but AC, DQ is Y, AC is also Y, isn't it? So therefore in the place of DQ, can I replace AC by denominator will be as it is, that is QF. Okay, yes. So now we proved that AB by DE equal to AC by QF, isn't it? Okay, so I'll consider it as equation number star. Okay, I'll consider it as star. Okay, so what is the reason here? Since we know that DP equal to AB and the length of DQ equal to AC. Okay, yes. So actually what we have to prove, just to recall once, actually what we have to prove, here, what we have to prove? Here one small correction you have to do, children. This is, see, QF plus DQ. QF plus DQ equal to how much? DF. Okay, make correction. This is DF. Okay, so after taking reciprocation, DQ by DF. Okay, so here also it will change. Okay, so here also it will change. What it will become? This is AC by DF. Okay, yes. So once you recall what we have to prove, our intention is to prove what we have to prove. Once you recall here, I'll write here. To prove what we have to prove, our intention is to prove. At the beginning already we have written here what we have to prove. AB by DE equal to BC by EF equal to AC by DF. This is what we have to prove, isn't it? Okay, but here I got one result. What is that? AB by DE equal to AC by DF. So first one and third one we obtain, isn't it? Okay, so now by the same way, what I'll write here, similarly, I'll write here similarly, okay, similarly, we can prove, or we'll get what we will get, similarly, AB by DE equal to BC by EF, okay. So I'll consider it as double star. Understood now? Star already we proved. By the same way, we can also prove that AB by DE will be equal to BC by EF. Understood now? In the same way, we can prove that AB by DE equal to BC by EF. Okay. So now consider star and double star. By star and double star, okay, if you combine these two, star and double star, we'll get our result. This result will get, okay, we'll get AB by DE equal to BC by EF equal to AC by DF. Understood now? So what it says, corresponding sides of these two triangles are in the same ratio, isn't it? If its corresponding sides are in the same ratio, then can I say these two triangles are similar? Okay, so therefore triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. Okay, by this way we can prove that triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. Okay, so students, write and practice. Okay, so without practice we cannot prove this theorem, or you cannot learn. Okay, so what to do? Write and practice at least 5 to 6 times. Write and practice this theorem. This is very easy. Once you understood this theorem, you can solve. This is very easy, simple, nothing is there. Okay, by looking at the diagram you have to write, that's all. Okay, so important theorem. This is a 4-mark theorem.